Well, hi everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're doing great. And I hope you're feeling good and keeping your spirits up and keeping your immune system up. You know, the word disease is spelled just like disease. So all your cells in your whole body frown when you're at disease, so you have to stay happy and keep those cells smiling, because the more they smile, the healthier you're going to be. And that's easy to say. And it's just something that needs to be done at this time. I know when I was doing some meditations and some spiritual, what I call exercises this morning. And for most of my adult life, I've been a student of Edgar Cayce ever since I was in my mid-20s. And the Edgar Cayce readings, and some of my best friends wrote, well, one of them wrote the Edgar Cayce primer, Herb Perrier. But anyway, I couldn't help when I was meditating but come up with what the two things that he always said that would save humanity, Edgar Cayce, save humanity and help save humanity, help save the world, would be if everybody on earth went into the silence for 20 or 30 minutes a day. Just to go into total silence, just with you and nature. He always recommended, if you could, to be outside if the weather permitted, to go into total silence for 30 minutes. And he said if everybody on earth would do that, that there would be more love and it would change the whole world. Well, we got plenty of time to practice that now. Maybe we should all practice it. And another thing that he stressed with that he always said would help bring peace on earth and change everybody's outlook towards one another, is if everybody on earth grew a garden. And I know that sounds probably ridiculous to a lot of people, but if it's just one-on-one and you're out working in the yard or working, even if it's on flower beds, it's like a different it is. It's like going into the silence, but going into the silence with nature. So maybe that's why he always thought that would help everybody so much. And maybe we all ought to try that, because we got plenty of time to go into the silence. If you don't believe in meditation, just get really quiet and just ground down into the earth and kind of ask nature and God or whoever you put out there as your higher self, what can I do right now? What can I do to help? What can I do to make my heart bigger? What can I do to put out more love? What ideas could I come up with that could help my fellow man at this time on earth? And maybe you can come up with something. I was trying to figure out something to do, and I thought, well, since I get some beautiful replies back when I make a video, what you need to do is make a video. Here's food for thought. The 28% of the people, this is polls, and we all know how accurate they are or are not. But in the polls, 28% of Biden supporters say they're really enthused. 28%. That's really great. They really picked somebody, really get the people out there, didn't they? And 78% of Trump supporters say they're enthused about him being up for re-election. And that's a lot more than were enthused about him last time, so that's kind of scary. I'm not saying that I think in any way he'll get in. I don't think he'll be there for the election. I think they're going to run him out town on the rail before all this stuff is through. But that's kind of scary too, almost, because if they run him out of town, they might get somebody decent in there, and who knows. I don't think, anyway, according to all the other readers, we're definitely going to have a new administration coming in. And if a totally new administration came in, it would probably, does that mean it has to be Democrat? I hope it does. I hope to heck it does. Remember, vote blue no matter who. I know they keep trying to say that they're trying to push Cuomo in, like he doesn't have enough to do. So he may be doing a good job, and he may be sounding so much smarter than Trump is right now, because Trump is just, he's never smart, and now he's more ignorant than ever. Some way, I don't know how the Democratic Party could pull that off, but they pulled a lot of other stuff off almost as much as that, so who knows. And there are no rules, it's just an organization. I didn't realize that till today. Even the Republican parties, they're just organizations. They don't have set rules. They can be changed at any time. But anyway, one thing to think about, if somebody was thinking about Governor Cuomo, one of the facts I came across is that he refused $4 million in Medicaid for New York. So he sounds a little bit Republican to be the governor, the governor of New York, and under a Democratic ticket. Why wouldn't he have wanted Medicaid for New York? Don't make any sense to me. But then when I was looking at some of his other deals that he's voted on and not voted on over the years, trying to think, otherwise he sounds more like a Republican than a Democrat, which is strange. And so every time it says, will Trump be gone before the election? Well, let's see what these cards say about that. Will Trump be gone before the election? Will Trump be gone before the election? Will Trump be gone before the election? Gone before the election. Will Trump be gone before the election? Trump be gone before the election. Got the Knight of Swords on the bottom. It looks like when he goes, he's going to go fast. So will Trump be gone before the election? First one out is yeah, in a hurry. That was on the bottom. But anyway, let's see what's coming out of here. Whoa, there's going to be a bunch of bickering about this right away. I know this sounds funny, but somebody's going to make him a better offer. What better offer could he have? Well, he knows he's in deep doo-doo. He knows he's in way over his head. So this is an offer coming through. Wow. And the foundation of the situation is he needs to go in a hurry. Maybe they're going to offer not to shoot him or hang him. I know it sounds silly, but let's laugh. Let's do a little laughing tonight. Maybe that's going to be the offer, and that we won't hang you up by the hills and have a party underneath you if you just get the hell out of here and go in a hurry, because this is him going fast. It's like some arguments going on about him leaving, an offer being made, and him leaving in a hurry. Because it looks like the whole world's going to be pissed at him. Not just the United States. Before this, he's going to have everybody in the whole world pissed off. Maybe, I know Linda G always says that they're going to be throwing tomatoes at him. I hope, she's usually right, and I hope she's right. It'd be nice if they threw something heavier than a tomato at him. I shouldn't be that way, but I've just been praying to be less judgmental, more loving, more forgiving, and mainly less judgmental, and here I go. He don't like his job right now anyway. It's just too damn much work. This is him right now, or whatever, the feelings that's coming down right now for him personally. He would mind. He wishes he could just walk out of there. This is becoming work. It's not fun anymore. You don't get to go play to a audience full of... Be nice, Lynn. You don't get to go play to whatever, his comedy audience. As the comedian, we'll put it that way. We got the King of Swords here in the future, and that sure is not him. This is somebody that's precise, smart, articulate. Sure wouldn't be Pence. But it's something to do with his near future. Maybe he's just going to get found out. Maybe it's the Supreme Court. Maybe they're just going to come through and put so much shit out that he's not going to be able to stay. Got the 10 of coins here. So what's going on inside of him, and it's upside down. That's another reason he wouldn't mind getting out of there. But it's not going to stop him from losing money. He's just losing money every day. He's losing all kinds of personal money. He's got that money they just handed him, and he'll try to steal 2/3 of that, or maybe more before it's through. But he may get caught. Maybe that's what this is. Okay. Those cards awful close to each other there. And he's going to get caught doing something terrible, and it's something to do with money. And it isn't something to do with his taxes opening up, which I think the Supreme Court's on vacation right now. I don't know what's coming of that. But this is something that's going to happen fast. Now he's all upset because he's losing his money. A lot of people around him are upset because they're losing money. His hopes and fears are they're going to find his stash, whatever part of the world that's in. The outcome is the Lovers. Well, most of Trump's buddies are just like him. They're true blue as long as the money's there and they can help each other, but they're not people that aren't sociopaths like him. I mean, like, a lot of times this used to come up and I just automatically thought it was Putin, but I don't anymore. And Ivanka's not going, oh, there's a little slip of the tongue there. Is that Freudian? Well, Ivanka's not going to run away with him. We'll go ahead and say that. And Melania's more than likely leaving him, so maybe, I think I had this card come out before. Well, his main love is money. Maybe they'll let him leave with enough money he'll be able to get out of there happy. But the question was, will he be there for the election? And from looking at these cards, no. He's going to get his hand caught in the cookie jar before the election. And they're just going to make him a quick offer to get the hell out of town or something. And he's going. He's going in a hurry. So I would say by these cards, no, he won't be there for the election. Let's just hope and pray if he's not there for the election that they don't find somebody that interests the people. Although most of the people I think most of the people in the United States overall are so disgusted with the Republican Party that most of them would vote blue no matter who, even if Trump was totally out of the picture. So that might end up saving the Democrats if he leaves before. Might be less of a battle than if he's still in there. Let's just do a reading for April. Just a reading for April. What's going to go on this? What's going down this next month with us? What's going down just the next month with us? And we know it don't look good. That's another reason I didn't want to do the cards. I thought I'm going to wait for things to get more cheerful. Then I'm going to go out there and do those cards. And about 2 days ago, I thought, you know what? Maybe this is cheerful. Maybe this is as good as it gets. You know, it could be worse. At least so far, people aren't starving in the streets. And like I said, in my last, most of us have a place to shelter. It'd be nice if they'd put some of those homeless people in some of those empty, well, even motels. Hotels, motels, whatever. A place where there's a roof over their head. Wouldn't that be nice? But they're not going to do that. Just like they're saying that Bernie Sanders is pushing this for a chance for Medicare at all. And he's making this political because he's pushing his Medicare for all. Well, how about Medicare for all when somebody's got cancer or anything? I mean, it's not political. It's just it's a fact of life. But anyway, let's get back to this. So this is, we're going to do 4 cross this next month. First week in April. Oh, we got the Lovers, and this is the first week. Broken heart, broken heart. The whole country's broken-hearted, probably because they can't get close to their loved ones. That's right. Yeah, everybody's upset because they can't be around their loved ones. This is really getting to me because the only 2 family members I have close in San Diego is my daughter and my grandson, and they both work. My grandson works medical just like my daughter does, so I haven't even had a chance to do anything but talk on the phone with him. So we got people broken-hearted because of all the separation from loved ones. And now it looks like we're going to even be separated longer. Got the Hero Plan upside down. That's like no supervision coming out of government to try to help or take care of this situation. Another upside down one. Deck wasn't upside down. The offers that it's just a mess. Got people being separated from people they love. Some people's hearts are just already broken because of death and things that's happened. Knowing people that's passed. No supervision at all coming down from the government. This is like offering a pittance to the peasants. People are going to be wise. I don't care if they, somebody said that Trump was going to have his picture put on these checks he's sending out to people or something. Doesn't make any difference. People are smarter than that. They understand that this was just a big giveaway to the rich. It had nothing to do with the poor working people. It don't even cover them, but for a month, some of the stuff they put in there, just a one-time deal. So that's even by the end of the first 7 days. A lot of sadness about losing loved ones, tremendous grief and sorrow about no kind of leadership in government, nothing coming from the government that makes people feel any more secure or any better. Just a bunch of bullshit every day, a bunch of faults. Lies coming out of people's mouths. It's like we're getting an offer of stuff we don't want, and that offer must be that maybe by the second week, maybe another 7 days from now, we're going to be told that we have to stay down longer than a lot of people think we are. A lot of people think, well, in the end of April, we'll be out of this. But I think that's an offer about the second week of this month. I think people are going to realize that, no, we're not going to get out of this by the end of April. Well, right in going into the second week, right after the second week gets started, we are going to get some good news about something. Maybe we're finally going to get the government to take, maybe the Pentagon, when I say government, or somebody in the military or something, to take over the distribution and how we're distributing stuff to the nurses and doctors and everything. Something's going to change. This is just starting. Today's the 1st, 7th, 8th. By about the 9th of this month, something's going to change. Something's going to change. And the only thing I can think of that would change and be bright enough to be on the star size is if they took Trump where he wasn't in control of any of this crap. At least this epidemic going around. Trying not to say the C word. So about the 9th or 10th of this month, third of the way through it, whatever, we're going to find out that something's going to change. And the only thing I can think of that could possibly change and change that quick, because we know we're not getting out of the house for a while, and we know that there's a shortage of stuff, is maybe just people helping from all over, and maybe some supplies starting to come in 10 days to help these doctors and nurses and the people working in the medical profession that don't have nothing right now. Maybe that's what it is, but I think it's yeah, here's somebody we got the Page of Wands making a decree. I think yeah, I think there's going to be a change in the rules or something. Something's going to change. I wonder if I'm just wondering if the Pentagon's going to take this over to make sure that medical equipment gets distributed and something. Yeah, whatever it is, it's not good for the Republicans. This change is not good for the Republicans or the Republican Party. And this is going through the second week. Sometime right around the end of in about 14 days from now. Something's coming through. And of course, this is the page. It could be somebody with a message or something, but it's upside down. I don't think that's what it is. And then the third week in April, we got the Queen of Pentacles. So there might end up having to put another infusion into the economy. That's what I'm thinking. I think they're going to have to, either the Senate and the House, they're going to have to get together and put some more money through there, or we're going to be in worse shape than we thought we were. And that's going to start going into effect, or getting together, or whatever they're going to do. That's going to start the third week. And of course, whatever they prescribe isn't going to, we got the Page of Pentacles here, it isn't going to be enough, at least not to, what they come up with to start with isn't going to be enough to help anybody anyway. And then we got the Queen of Cups. Boy, we got some strong women coming out in the third week here. Maybe to come in and try to make it more solvable, the problem, than the money problem. We're still going to be staying in. Still going to be staying in. By then, maybe we'll all be meditating. It looks like somebody looking deep in their soul there. And that's just in 3 weeks. Starting the 4th week, it's going to be a lot of money in debate. And here's the rich people in government trying to hang on to every penny they've got. The corporations not wanting to give up any of that money they got to really help the people. By the end of this month, we're all going to know that we have to work together. There's a hard job in front of us, and it's silly to sit around and complain about it. That we're just going to have to work together. Got the 10 of Wands here. Heavy load that we'll all be carrying, not just one person. And then we got the 10 of Cups here. Or not the 10 of Cups, excuse me, the 7 of Cups. So dark in here I can't hardly see the cards. I should have put my glasses back on, I guess. And it's upside down. So I think by the end of April, instead of illusion delusion, I think there's going to be some stuff revealed. It's right under the Hermit here. It's right under the Hermit. Right under the Republican Party. Right under to the snake oil they're trying to sell us. Yeah, I think there's going to be a light shined on all this money they're trying to get through and where it's going. Whether that's going to stop it, I don't know. There's been some light shined on it before. The government, which isn't doing nothing now, is trying to put some other people in control. And maybe it'd be a woman officer or something, because they keep saying maybe the military is going to take this over. But with this is where this Queen of Cups is in, so maybe it'd be somebody in the Pentagon or something that's a female officer. And if so, she's really got her work cut out for her. They all got their work cut out for them. Of course, don't we all know that? And going across this way, that would be the 3rd week. I should have started on the 1st week. Still ever the Lovers. This is Trump's followers. That's who that is. This is coming in trying to make even his people an offer they don't like that much. Starting down here at the bottom, we got the guy trying to hoard the money and hide it. Somebody just offering the people a pittance. But something that's good's coming through this month, and the only thing I can think of, because it's right here by this announcement in this line right here, and it's the 2nd week, I think it's just us getting a little bit more clarity on what's going on, and realizing that everybody realizing that a lot of this grief that's being caused doesn't need to be caused. And then we got more money. People saying, wanting to throw more money at this. Some lady being in charge of setting that up. And somebody getting an offer that they don't want. And I think that's Trump. I think it's Trump getting that offer. And I think this is him losing some of his followers. So anyway, that's what I think's going on in April. It doesn't look like it's going to change that much. It does look like in the 2nd week we're going to see a light shine through from somewhere. Maybe it'll just be truth coming through, even if it's truth we don't want to hear. But that's what I see in there for April coming up. Let's do Trump in April, and then I'm going to do Jared Kushner really quick. I'm going to do really quick. Because I think if they get caught with something, that's why he ends up getting kicked out of there before the end of his term. I think he's going to get caught, more so than he already has, because, I mean, he doesn't just get caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He says it's in there and says, watch me eat it. So I don't know what in the hell this man could possibly do. But this is Trump for April. Woo. Got the house burning down on the bottom. Yeah, he's really upside down with the Republicans, with his base, before the end of April, he's going to really be upside down. Something's going on here. He's going to just look like he's got total dementia. And I used to think he had dementia already, but he's only got dementia on things he don't want to pay attention to. He reminds me of almost a husband that never listens to his wife, but anyway. But yeah, it's really bad, the month of April for Trump. And we got the fool over the top. It's like he's being really foolish at this time if he thinks what he's doing is going to end up helping him, because it's not going to end up helping him. It's hurting him. And it's going to hurt him more and more as time goes by. The foundation of the situation is we're looking for some kind of victory and some kind of help with this crisis that's going on all over the world. And he's just banging on his drum just like a freaking fool. He's been surrounded by guardian angels or luck that's out of this world. Some of the people that do the horoscopes say that it's just his stars, the way he came in, that he's the most luckiest person they've ever seen in their life. Well, that was what was going on in the near past. But in the present now, something's coming out that's just going to barely keep his ass out of jail if he's not in jail. I can't even imagine them doing anything to him, even in regular times, more or less than what they're calling wartime now. Which, if he's a war president, he's doing a rotten frickin' job of it. But anyway, yeah, it looks like his luck's gone. Yeah, there's something coming out in the present that's gonna really knock his socks off. Something's coming out to expose him about something. I can't imagine what it would be unless it would be a 3D film of him with a minor girl. But it's something to do with women. It's something to do with young women. Maybe some of this stuff from Epstein's going to get turned up or something. Or I can't imagine them bringing anything out in the news right now that would... Well, maybe something that morbid would take people off the news off where they're covering nothing but what's going on right now, the stuff they've been covering. Yeah, something's not going good at home. I don't know. Something's not going good. Something's not going good. Something's not going good. In the near future. He's already trying to figure out how much he can steal or how much he can destroy before he gets out the door from the White House, because he knows he's gone. He knows he's going. And he's trying to figure out what he can take with him, what he can steal before he gets out the door. Put back, whatever, put in bank accounts, give to his rich friends, supposedly to get it back as soon as he gets out of office. You know, they just handed him, how many billions of dollars did they just hand him? And and the other biggest crook known to the United States in the last 15 years, who might have been in jail if Kamala Harris would have prosecuted him, that Mnuchin. She had a chance to prosecute him, and she didn't. I don't, yeah, he's, this is what's going on inside his head. He's trying to figure out what in the hell he's going to, how much he can get his hands on before he gets out of office. He knows he's going. And he's also trying to figure out where to hide it at for his family. Him and his family, whatever, him and Ivanka probably. His hopes and fears are almost like getting put in jail. It says hopes and fears right there. And he's seriously worrying about it. He knows he's done something so bad that he's got somebody really after him. And he's just wishing with all of his heart that he could go back to where he was before this presidency started. And that's before the end of April. This is just before the end of April. He's wanting to go back. So we've got the broken down king. Totally broken down because he's even on his head. He's upside down, broken down. Who's proved to the whole world that he's a total fool. Who's so stupid that he tries to convince people that he's great at what he does, but he really knows better. On some level, he knows better. He's losing all of his guardian angels that's hung out around him. Maybe not losing them, but his luck's running out. He's really worried. He's been caught for something so bad that could even make him go to jail before the end of April. I know I've said this before. I hate to say this stuff and then have it not come true, but that's what's on these cards. He's trying to, what's on his mind is how much he can get out the door with, how much he can steal, and where he's going to put it. And he's really, really sorry that he's even in the presidency right now. He's wishing he was anywhere but where he's at by the end of the month. This doesn't look good at all. It looks like maybe he will be going way before the election. I can't imagine anything would happen with the world in the shape it's in now. Even no matter what he did, he probably wouldn't get kicked out of there unless he literally just walked up and cut somebody's throat right in front of the cameras. I don't know, something's coming out. Something nobody can even imagine. And I'm going to come back tomorrow and I'm going to read on Jared, because I think Jared's right in the middle of this. So I'm going to come back tomorrow and read on Jared. And if anybody would like a personal reading, you can get a hold of me at lintarotreadings@gmail.com. I had a few people get a hold of me, and in fact I've already read for a couple of them and got back to, I don't think I missed getting back to anybody, but if I did, send me another email, because I've been checking it every day and I got rid of all the extra ones. So if you're still interested, send me another email and I'll get right back to you. And I'm not going to wait for a week to read. I'm going to come right back tomorrow. I'm going to read on Jared, and I had something else written down that somebody had written me. And if anybody wants me to read on anything, just put it up on the replies and I'll try to read on it. And well, there's no reason why I can't. I know one person asked me if any of these people were going to get in trouble in the Democratic Party or something, if they were going to be in trouble for changing stuff around. Anyway, that's not the way it works, because it's not even it's a political party, but it's not owned by the government, or it's just a political party. That's what it is. And they've always had some rules, and they've always changed some rules, just like the Republican Party. So nobody's going to get in trouble for doing anything they did in there. It would be silly, you know. There's no penalties for it, one way or the other. But anyway, hold in there, everybody, and keep smiling, and do a little bit of reading every day, and a little bit of meditating, and go out and communicate with the earth. Go out and plant a flower. If you got one to plant, it's not like we could run to town and get something new. Oh, wow. Anyway, I love you all, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye now.